What's up, guys? This is Mark from DSGD, and I'm doing this video because I was trying to figure out what is the difference. So, first of all, this video is more focused to the DSGD members, um, but it's more focused to the DSGD members. But pretty much, I guess anyone can look at it and learn from it, right? So basically, I just listed 5 items that have a profit. That the profit margin is way over 10%, more like 15 to 30%, that sold at least 4 times the price 30 days. And it took me 30 minutes to find these 5 items. And I remember a couple days ago, one of the guys, the kid, what's his name? Is his name is not coming to me right now, but we have this 17-year-old kid in the group that I'm excited about being with us. Huh? Oh, Ben. Thanks, Chrissy. So Ben was telling me that it took him 2 hours to find 5 quality items. And 2 hours is fine, and that could work out. But um, it I knew it would take me less time. So what I decided to do is I decided to sit down and try to figure out what is the shortest. I decided to sit down and list, and then figure out how long it'll take me to list 5 items. So I did it today, and it took me 30 minutes. Right? I'm gonna record it again tomorrow, so I'm just show you guys. But once I did that, I wanted to try to figure out basically what was the difference between what I am doing and what you guys are doing to try to figure out why I'm doing it so quickly. Sorry, compared to you guys. So what I noticed is that when I do a search in eBay, I could tell you even before if there's a big profit margin just because of how long I was doing this thing. So let me show you. Let me kind of show you what I mean. So let's search for TV stand, right? Right. So if I look at it, so basically what I want to do is find a TV stand that there's a big profit margin, right? Even before I decide to look or before I do too much research. So I don't know much about this first TV stand. The mere fact that it's trending at 280 and this dude is selling for 227, I figured, okay, let me not mess with that. Then this one, I vaguely remember it. If I remember correctly, this used to sell on Amazon and Walmart, but I think it was around 79 bucks. So this dude is making close to no money if he's dropshipping. I don't know none of these. If I keep going, I know this TV stand. If I remember correctly, it used to be 119, so I could check that out. And a lot of these I just don't know, right? So I'll check this out also because I want to. That looks like a Walmart item, but I can't remember. So basically, what I'm doing is even before I get into it, when I find an item, when I do one of these random searches, I already look for just from looking at it, just from me looking at it, I know there's a decent profit margin. And look, it's fucking classic 365 again. I feel sorry for that dude. I wish you just joined the SMU so we would stop fucking him over. Okay, so this one, let me see something. All right, so I want to see if I could find this. I know it's a dropship item, but I need to be sure that like it has a big profit margin even before I decide to take it. So what I notice is that's the advantage. That's the one advantage I have that a lot of you guys wouldn't have. Like I can look from the just from the on that eBay search, and I could say, okay, I know that item has a big profit margin. I don't know. I know. You know what I mean? So this item, for example, is 129. Who is selling this shit? I want to see who's selling it. But I don't know if it's a. So yeah, this doesn't seem like a good one. But so this is a good one. Classic 365. We know he has margin, and as I said, I knew that from looking at it. So what I noticed is the difference between the difference or the one of the advantages I may have is the experience I have. Okay, like I know this item is a Walmart item, and I think it's 119. I can check too. As I said, so one of the advantages, the one advantage I have is that I've seen most of these things before. So even before we get into it, before I search a specific item, I know there's margin in there. And the advantage of that is that if the competing seller has margin and has a decent margin in one of his listings, he may have a decent margin in all of them. And that's the experience I just had. And that's why it only took 30 minutes. Because I found an item that had a decent margin, and then I found five fucking items from the same dude. So that's the thing, guys. Once you find, so the challenge again, I said this a few times. The challenge is finding the seller you're going to take from. But once you find good sellers, then it's all gravy. Then it's easier, And you want to get now with the new seller tool, you want to like separate them. Keep your best sellers. Okay, this one seems like it's overstocked. It also says Amazon, but let me see. Let me see what it should look like. So you want to make sure and start with good sellers first of all. After that, that's what makes it easy. Those of you guys who are, yes, you could systematically go through one by one by one. It'll take longer. You still have success. But that is basically the advantage that I have. So once you make sure and find one good seller you could take from, it should be good. Let me see. Creative Touch. Yeah, this is a Walmart item. I know for sure this is a Walmart item. Let's see if I find this. Walmart, as I said, is in stock. Right, and the thing is, this is $20, so I know, so it has margin. He's selling it for 28, so he's actually making maybe like $5 on a $28 item, which is what 20% margin. So right, so I know this dude has decent margin. You see, he's selling for 28.99. He has a fucking watermark on his images, so that's going to be an extra pain in the ass. But so let's see. So I take his ass, copy. Lucky Quasi and I are working together again. He's in the same place again, so that's sweet. Come into Diashini, get sell items. I really didn't plan to do this whole process with you guys because it might take a little while, but the deeper I get into it, the more kind of annoyed that I get that more people aren't making as much money as they should be. So that's why I'm doing all this bullshit. So you put them in there. Search. So basically, what I want you guys to learn from this video is that in order to cut down the time of finding good items, you basically have to start with good sellers. Why is this taking so long? Be patient with me, guys. I don't know why it's taking so long to run this out. Quincy, does the stars next to the name stop GSU from running this out?
No.
Right, sweet. Yeah, because one thing you're gonna notice, guys, is that a lot of these sellers would put a lot of a lot of these sellers would put stars next to their name, and that stops you from doing certain searches in eBay on them. But that doesn't stop GSU, so I think that's cool. Is there any reason it should be taking a long time to do a get seller item? Yeah. I'm at a new place, so I don't know if it's the internet, but I'll give it a couple seconds more. It's been like a minute. Anyway, guys, I might just cut this short today, and then tomorrow I'll do the whole process from start to finish to show you guys how long it takes. But basically, what I want you guys to take from this video is exactly that. Now, what would okay? It went to the next page. Sweet. So, what this my whole thing is that once you start with good sellers, that will greatly reduce how long it will take to find good items, how long it'll take to make money, and all that good stuff. This page is going to take a little while, but it's going to go through. I'll let it go through it because you guys can learn from the whole process to try to get an example of how long it takes me. But so the next thing is once it runs through this process and it gives me research, I personally get excited, right? Because if I find 5 items from a seller that sold at least 4 times, in my mind, I'm just like, boom, let me go through all the research. At least one of these motherfuckers are gonna have enough margin for me to make money, and then go to another seller, right? So I get very kind of like not frustrated, but when I see some of you guys with a ton of researchers sitting there, it gets me a bit concerned because what it tells me is that even when you're running research, something is wrong in the process. You're building up all this stuff that you're not using, right? And the older the research gets, the less valuable it is. You want to run the research, take the items, and move on. All right, guys. So listen, I hate to make long videos, and this is already too long as it is. But basically, what I want you guys to take from this video is the advantage that I have, that I can see, I know beforehand some of the items that have good margin or not. And basically, you guys could do the same thing. If you have certain items you know or you sold before, what I will challenge you to do is let's say you have a stroller, right? And you know the price of that stroller is like $50, right? What I will challenge you to do is do a search on eBay for baby stroller, something similar to the one that you're selling, or something similar to that. You don't have to be selling it. Just an item that you know sold before on eBay and you know generally price. And then when you do an eBay search for that item and you see a listing that seems like it's pretty high price, but they're watchers and sellers, then you know chances are that seller has figured out, or that seller's listing has a lot of margin, and boom, that's a good item to go to. And that would shorten your time in finding items with margin and finding good items to sell. Guys. Anyway, I want to cut this video now because it's been too long. If you have any questions, comments, comment below, like the video. If you think it's bullshit, say fuck you, Mark, and that's fine. And yeah, peace. Make that money. Subscribe to the channel. Comment and post questions. I'll make the videos to ask questions and let you guys know what's up. Later.